Michelle Brown sat Wednesday afternoon in her Southside Youngstown home and talked about how her son was wrongfully arrested and charged with robbery near Youngstown State University.
My 18-year-old son, who goes to YSU, he works there on campus. I'm like, how does you get charged with an aggravated robbery when you are the victim of a robbery?
On October 14th, Izelle Brown was the victim of a robbery on YSU campus. But instead of being treated like a victim, his mother says he was arrested like a criminal. The charges against Izelle Brown were eventually dismissed, but his mother feels more should be done. It all started when 3 teenage boys approached Izelle as he played basketball alone. They asked if they could play with him. Then
they took off with my bag, so I chased them. I caught one of them, and his other dude ended up coming back.
Shortly after, Izelle spotted YSU police and flagged them down. YSU police ordered the 2 young boys and Izelle to get on the ground and wait. Shortly after, Youngstown police arrived on scene with a witness. The witness was also a victim of a robbery near the public library down the street. He told police his bike was stolen by 3 young boys. When the victim arrived with YPD, the police lined up 3 suspects for the victim to identify. They placed Izelle in the lineup as well. The victim identified all 3, including Izelle, as the suspects who took his bike.
You just put 3 kids in one situation to say, are these the 3? Well, it's only 3.
Izelle said he wasn't worried at first because he had already explained to YSU police what happened and assumed they would tell YPD he was a victim. But instead, he says YPD never asked him what happened and simply arrested him.
I followed everything they said, so I thought I was going to be all right, like I had just got my bag stolen.
Michelle said her son was taken to county and spent 24 hours in jail. She had to pay $1,500 bond to get him out.
He would have sat there until one court date after another court date after another court date.
She said she contacted someone at YSU about getting the surveillance footage of the basketball court. She said they sent the video over to YPD. But Michelle says she doesn't understand why she had to go through the trouble of proving her son's innocence when the police should have investigated on the scene. However, Youngstown Police Chief Robin Lees says his officers were not wrong in the arrest.
Giving the proximity of where the crime occurred, the time frame in which the stops or detentions were made, the identification by the victim, these are all checking all the boxes for probable cause to exist for the arrest. So it was all proper and done, again, very professionally.
He also says in the days following the arrest, detectives worked to investigate and gather information that led to Brown's charges being dismissed.
We moved as quickly as we could once we realized a mistake had been made to rectify the situation.
Izelle said he is thankful his mother took steps in order to prove his innocence. Moving forward, both Izelle and Michelle have one thing they would each like to see happen.
Training, better training.
I really want an apology, too, from the officers that was there, and really the one that took me to jail.
Now, there are so many layers to this case that we simply couldn't fit all the details into this video, but we did put them in the article below. You can read more about what happened the day Izelle was arrested, what's happened since, and what he and his mother would like to see happen moving forward. Reporting for WKBN 27 First News, Jennifer Rodriguez.